Welcome back to this edition of Inside the Garage. We're covering alignments, how to promote the proper tire wear. We'll actually cover an alignment procedure and replacement of a tie rod on a Hyundai, as well as our New Year's resolutions from Inside the Garage. So one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to test drive this Hyundai. It's experiencing some pretty bad tire wear, mainly on the outer edges, and an alignment check was already done on this, and this tire wear is really attributed to a tie rod end that's got a lot of play. Think of your shoulder joint. If your shoulder joint has got a lot of play, that's going to cause the arm to move way too far. And it's the same principle with your suspension. The suspension and steering components are all about linkages. So let's just drive this Hyundai and see what this road test reveals. So after the test drive, we definitely determined we had that hard right pull that's coming from a tire. In fact, all four of these tires are going to get replaced. The next step for us to actually shake down and inspect the front end. One thing that we're going to do is we're going to actually do a jounce test. We're going to lean on the front end of that bumper and bounce it up and down, checking those struts. Now, worn struts can cause a clattering or a clunking noise and just give you an overall harsh feel. Struts are typically good for 60 to 80,000 miles, then they start to wear out and your tires will start to cup and feather, also giving you a harsh ride. The next step to check is those ball joints. Ball joints, we can take that pry rod and lift up and down from underneath the tire to see what kind of play. Again, go back to the anatomy of your body, your joints. If your joints had a lot of play, that'll cause excessive movement in your bones, very similar to the undercarriage. And last, we're going to check those tire rods. We're going to shake the tire rod, actually the tire itself, side by side, and if we get a lot of play and a lot of movement, those outer tire rods are worn out. In this case, on this Hyundai, we are going to replace the outer tire rods. Now, while we're in here doing the two outer tire rods to take care of all that play in the tires, we did notice the Civic boot on here is torn. And with this boot being torn, it's allowing all that grease to leave the joint on that outer Civic joint. Not related to any tire wear, but can cause clicking and overall not a good condition. So while we're in here, we're going to replace the Civic axle. Tie rod ends are in, the Civic axle's taken care of, job's almost done. But the most important part of this repair and this job is going to be the alignment. We want to make sure that the wheels are aligned and running true down the road. During the course of those tire rod replacements, we did knock off that toe a little bit, so we've got to do the toe setting. The toe setting of your vehicle is very similar to the way you stand. If you were to stand with your toes in or out and walk that way, that's how you're going to wear out your sneakers. Same principle with your tires. Alignment heads are hung on the tire itself, aligning the lasers from the machine, this Quick Elite, to shoot down onto each head. We need to ensure that the caster sweep is performed properly, left to right, to ensure that we start with a good baseline of adjustments. Now we're ready to make adjustments as necessarily, paying specific attention to the toe readings, which as you can see are way out of adjustment. Ensuring that we've got the rear adjustments to the toe, camber and caster, as well as the front toe camber and caster. That's going to make sure that this vehicle rides down the road pretty straight. Now, the struts and shocks on this are worn, doesn't warrant replacement this visit. Hyundai will come back, we'll do the struts and shocks, and that will actually take care of the caster and camber issues. For now, we'll make sure the toe is set so she's riding smooth down the road. Thanks for stopping by this very special edition of Inside the Garage. We love doing these videos. We are so grateful. 2015 has been an awesome year, and we have you to thank for. We thank our community, we thank our friends and our family, and we're ready to rock and roll 2016. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Like the video, subscribe, because we're putting out some more great stuff with these Inside the Garage tips from our humble garage. Happy New Year, and make it awesome.
My New Year's resolution is to quit smoking. It's going to be really hard, but I have faith, and me and my wife are going to do it together, so hopefully we can just tackle this thing like a big wrestling match.
My New Year's resolution is to take my fitness to the next level, go a little Ninja Warrior status.
What's your New Year's resolution?
Drink more water.
2.
My New Year's resolution would probably be to eat more healthy. There's tomato in this.
1. My New Year's resolution is to work on my gut. My gut's been with me all year, and my gut, it needs to finally go. So I'm gonna do more hiking to lose my gut. 2.
My New Year's resolution is to be more active with the family and have a healthier diet.
Here's resolution.
To have more patience with my children. That's it.